Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that the video is going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine. As you can see, Kisumu is fantastic. And maybe you could also let me know where you're watching the video from, the county or the country, in case you are out of the republic. Ladies and gentlemen, William Ruto, the president of the Republic of Kenya, and his allies are keen on impeaching the deputy president Rigathi Gachagua from office. And based on my analysis, my own analysis of the situation, if that impeachment motion were to see the floor of the House, Rigathi Gachagua is going to be impeached from office. And I can also clearly see that Rigathi Gachagua has also sensed danger and is also working day and night to forestall the impeachment process. Earlier today, his allies went to court and they were able to obtain some orders stopping the impeachment process. But I don't want to get into that for now. For now, I want us to talk about something which Oscar Sudi posted yesterday. Because according to Oscar Sudi, Rigathi Gachagua belongs to jail. Which means if Oscar Sudi were the president, or if it were not the respect they have for that office, Rigathi Gachagua should be rotting in jail. Which begs the question, which sin did Rigathi Gachagua commit in the Republic of Kenya to deserve being in jail? Because you all know that this country is full of criminals. People who engineered Adani should be in jail. Someone like Mithika Linturi should be in jail. But Oscar Sudi is pointing fingers at Rigathi Gachagua. And I also paid very close attention to Rigathi Gachagua's speech over the weekend during the burial of the Endarasa students. And Rigathi Gachagua said something which for me, and normally what I try to do is to try and listen to the reaction of the audience. What Rigathi Gachagua stated during that burial, the audience received it and you could feel from the audience. Listening to Rigathi Gachagua, because in this video, I want us to focus on this Oscar Sudi statement.
People of the mountain are very good people. They are very trusting. And they are very kind. And they are very loving. They return love with love. They return kindness with kindness. They are very forgiving, but they don't forget. I appeal to everybody to treat the people of the mountain with kindness, because it's the right thing to do. These people who are there, they are there today, they will be there tomorrow. No idea to arikuo, no idea to ekuo, no idea to wakoroke. Ndarikia. Lady Arikia.
And yesterday, Rigathi Gachagua issued stern warning to William Ruto over the use of the criminal justice system to manage politics. And Oscar Sudi picked it from there. I want us to go through Oscar Sudi's statement yesterday, which he made on his official social media pages. Let me just get Oscar Sudi. This is what Oscar Sudi posted in response to Rigathi Gachagua's statement. This is what Oscar Sudi posted. Very interesting. The reason I focus on Oscar Sudi is because Oscar Sudi is the mouthpiece of William Ruto. Just like Junet Mohammed is the mouthpiece of Raila Odinga, Oscar Sudi is the mouthpiece of William Ruto. Wambungu Ngunjiri is the mouthpiece of Rigathi Gachagua. And of course, you also know that Jeremiah Kioni speaks for Uhuru Kenyatta. So let me just take you through what Oscar Sudi posted in response to that statement which I analyzed yesterday of Rigathi Gachagua. This is what Oscar Sudi posted. By the way, before we get into those details, in case you are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. And for this particular video, ladies and gentlemen, kindly make sure you press that subscribe button. If you have not subscribed, give it the thumbs up. And of course, you can also drop your comments, and allow me to also introduce you guys to Lemfi. Lemfi is a mobile money app for users in the UK, Canada, and the United States of America to send money back to Kenya. They offer the best exchange rates, and the money will be delivered instantly into your M-Pesa account, Airtel Money account, and of course, if you want, directly into your bank account. You can use the link in the pinned comment to download the app. Ladies and gentlemen, let us now go straight to Oscar Sudi's statement. This is what Oscar Sudi posted. My boss, it's no longer a secret that you are the mastermind behind the dead on arrival plan to oust our president. Are you getting that? That Rigathi Gachagua was the mastermind to remove, behind the plans to remove William Ruto. I paid very close attention to William Ruto's statement when he was being interviewed by CNN. He also alleged that the Gen Z protests were never protests, that there were criminals who wanted to overthrow his government. I listened also to Professor Kithure Kindiki when he faced the parliamentary committee over the abductions, and it was very clear that there were people who were out to remove William Ruto from office. And his proceeding, young people were killed in the streets, and those jailed are as a result of the money you poured to sponsor demos, yet now you claim you are fighting for them. Say, for the respect we have for your office, you belong to jail. So Oscar Sudi is trying to make some allegations here that Rigathi Gachagua poured money behind the agencies. And I've been thinking, and this is my stand, I could be wrong, that if Rigathi Gachagua was behind the agency protest, if he was, then I can assure you, he's a very dangerous man. Because I never imagined that he had that capacity to organize the entire country. But if this credit is being given to him, then Rigathi Gachagua will give William Ruto serious political headache and serious trouble in 2022. So Oscar Sudi is just reminding him that, say, for the respect we have for your office, not for Rigathi, for the office, he would be in jail. There is something I'll say in to those who are members only section there. There's something I'll post there later. Oscar Sudi is proceeding. Oscar Sudi is proceeding. Unfortunately, you are using upcoming political leaders like James Gakuya, Alfred Keter, Benjamin Gathiru, after attempting to mess up political careers of brilliant leaders like Kimani Ichung'wah, Kimani Kuria, Cecil Mbarire, Ndindi Nyoro, Eric Wamumbi, and all the young leaders. Now is trying to whip the emotions of the people of the mountain. The truth of the matter is that Rigathi Gachagua versus those people, those group was sponsored by William Ruto to fight Rigathi Gachagua long before the Gen Z protest. That's the fact. Before the Gen Z protest, Ndindi Nyoro was not seeing eye to eye with Rigathi Gachagua. Before those Gen Z protests, Kimani Ichung'wah was not seeing eye to eye with Rigathi Gachagua. Of course, for Kimani Kuria, I think the Gen Z protest dealt him a major blow. Eric Wamumbi, that's the member of parliament for Rigathi Gachagua. Rigathi Gachagua at one point told Kenyans that he actually funded this guy literally, which means this guy is likely to go home. Cecil Mbarire has been having ups and downs with Rigathi Gachagua since, but now Oscar Sudi is blaming that on Rigathi Gachagua. Now listen, just know we are woke and wise enough not to go after the piper, but the chief financier of chaos, to Komacho Bayasan. So Oscar Sudi is speaking with authority, is speaking like he's the government. Because Oscar Sudi is a member of parliament for Kapsaret. We all know the work of a member of parliament, not to investigate, not to involve itself in this. But the kind of authority Oscar Sudi is talking with here simply confirms that he's speaking for William Ruto and is speaking as if he's the government. which is okay because Oscar Sudi is the government anyway. He's proceeding, we know what you are planning kwa hii maneno inakuja, lakini tuko rada. Which begs the question, what is Rigathi Gachagua planning? There is the biggest fear that Rigathi Gachagua has the ability to mobilize the Mungiki, to mobilize the mountain against these other leaders. Should he be impeached? And in fact, that is the biggest worry of majority of leaders from the mountain. He just needs the support of Maina Njenga and Uhuru Kenyatta. And even William Ruto, I doubt if he will be able to fight Uhuru, Maina Njenga, Rigathi Gachagua at the same time. So Oscar Sudi is concluding here, don't hide your ill intentions by attempting to box Mount Kenya people into a tribal cocoon. You are a Kenyan leader. It's a shame to dwell on Usiguze Murima and other stories when you know it's about your selfish agenda and not our fellow Kenyans in Central. Shame on you. Which means Rigathi Gachagua catchphrase, Usiguze Mlima, is something which is worrying Kenya Kwanza. So I want us to really briefly try and figure out what Oscar Sudi is communicating here. For me, number one, Oscar Sudi is sending a coded message to UDA members of parliament about Ruto's mind, because he speaks the mind of Ruto. Ruto communicates through him. And the fact that Ruto cannot respond directly to Rigathi Gachagua, my interpretation is that Oscar Sudi has responded to Rigathi Gachagua, and therefore UDA leaders should take cue from what Oscar Sudi is doing there. Number two, I'm also getting this idea that Kenya Kwanza are keen on linking Rigathi Gachagua to the Gen Zs, probably because of two reasons. Number one, they want to advance the narrative that Gen Z protest was not about anything. William Ruto was very clear during his interview with the CNN that the Gen Z's protests were as a result of misinformation and propaganda. Yeah? While we all know that if Gen Zs had not protested, today this country, I don't know where Kenyans would be. In fact, even right now, this issue of Adani is enough justification for Kenyans to go to the street. Yeah, but they want to make it appear as if the Gen Zs who went to the street never went because of the convictions, that they went because someone somewhere paid. So that's the narrative they're trying to advance. Number three, if you ask me, I'm also seeing sustained efforts to link UDA rebels, yeah, to Rigathi Gachagua. And that those rebels were the ones who are responsible for facilitating the demos, anti-government demos. So you arrest them, then you link them to Rigathi Gachagua, then you get grounds to remove Rigathi Gachagua. This can also explain, for example, why there were abductions, and those abductions were very specific. For example, we witnessed when Alfred Keter was abducted, broad daylight. Broad daylight. I think that must have been before the parliament was raided, but he was abducted on his way to Nairobi, somewhere in Nakuru. Oscar Sudi is invoking his name and linking him to Rigathi Gachagua. So you can now tell why he was arrested or abducted. And lastly, it is also very clear that these guys are concerned about Rigathi Gachagua's pushback strategy. How is Rigathi Gachagua going to react? Is he going to mobilize a gang? Is he going to mobilize the mountain? So let us wait and see. But in this war, if you ask me, as a Kenyan, if you ask me, it's not about you. The war between William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua are their personal wars. And for me, it's about either tenders or businesses. Someone is in power, denied the other the opportunity to eat. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what you think. That's my take. Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.